What's up guys, Matt back again, and this is the Grandista Resolution of Soldiers Vegeta, and in this video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing both of them. Before we dive into today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials for the latest updates and behind the scenes content. Check out the description below for helpful links on how and where to buy the products featured in my videos. Also, join our amazing community on Discord. We would love to have you there. And of course, if you're feeling generous, consider becoming a YouTube member. Not only will you support the channel, but you'll have a chance to win brand new Dragon Ball figures every month. First up, we have the Super Saiyan and Majin Vegeta figure, which was released on December 19th, 2017. This figure holds a special place in the Grandista Resolution of Soldiers lineup because it was the very first Vegeta figure in the series. It's based on Vegeta's iconic look from the Buu saga, which in my opinion is one of his most memorable arcs in Dragon Ball Z. Now, before we get into the details, let's talk about what makes Grandista figures so unique. Grandista is a figure line by Banpresto/Bandai that focuses on delivering large-scaled, highly detailed figures at an accessible price point. The Resolution of Soldiers subline specifically captures characters in their most iconic poses and moments, often with a serious or dramatic tone. And let me tell you, this Vegeta figure absolutely nails that vibe. What's especially cool about this release is that it gives us two interchangeable heads. One with Vegeta in his Super Saiyan form, and the other as Majin Vegeta. Now, if you're a collector, you probably know just how rare it is to get Vegeta figures based on the Buu saga unless he's in his Majin form. So having both options in one figure is a real treat. It adds some much needed variety to Vegeta's figure lineup, and it lets you display him in two very different ways. Let's break down the likeness of this figure because honestly, it's perfect. Whether you're looking at the Super Saiyan head or the Majin head, the sculptors absolutely captured Vegeta's face. The Super Saiyan head has that classic stoic expression we all know and love, while the Majin head gives us something completely different, an evil smirk that captures Vegeta's inner turmoil and intensity during that arc. It's such a great contrast, and both heads are equally stunning. Now let's talk about the hair sculpt. It's incredibly detailed with every strand of hair carefully textured. The paint finish on the hair is consistent with other Grandista figures like the Super Saiyan Goku. It features a glossy, metallic finish with heavy yellow and orange shading. While this finish definitely makes the hair pop, I personally would have preferred a more traditional matte look. I think a matte finish would feel more in line with the anime's aesthetic, but that's just my personal preference. Even so, the hair still looks incredible and draws your attention immediately. Moving on to Vegeta's body sculpt, this figure doesn't cut any corners. The level of detail is insane, with veins popping out on his arms and muscle definition that really emphasizes Vegeta's strength. His gloves and boots have a textured look that mimics the feel of cloth, while his jumpsuit clings to his body like it's stretched fabric. It gives the figure this ultra-realistic vibe, almost like Vegeta is about to step out of the anime and onto your shelf. The paintwork on the body takes a more muted and realistic approach compared to the glossy hair. The jumpsuit features dark colors with heavy shading, which adds depth and makes the figure look even more lifelike. The contrast between the muted body and the vibrant hair is striking, which is a stylistic choice I've come to appreciate the more I look at it. And of course, we have to talk about the size of this figure. The Grandista line is known for its larger-than-life scale, and Vegeta is no exception. This is one of the largest Vegeta figures on the market, and it definitely commands attention on any display shelf. Despite its size, it scales perfectly with other figures in the Grandista Dragon Ball series, so if you're building a lineup of characters, this Vegeta fits right in. It's no surprise that this figure has become highly sought after over the years. Its impressive size, attention to detail, and the option to switch between Super Saiyan and Majin forms make it a standout piece in any collection. Even though the price has surged since its release, it still holds its value incredibly well due to its quality and popularity. Next, let's talk about the 2019 release of Vegeta from the Grandista Nero line. This figure brought some exciting updates and was released in July 2019. For those who might be unfamiliar, the Grandista Nero line consists of re-releases of Grandista figures, but with notable upgrades or changes. In this case, we have Vegeta in his base form, which is a refreshing change from the usual Super Saiyan or Majin versions. One of the cool additions with this release is the inclusion of a little scouter keychain. While it's not wearable on the figure itself, it's a neat collectible to have. Personally, I keep it in the box to ensure it stays in pristine condition, especially if I decide to resell my collection in the future. Seeing Vegeta in his base form from the Majin Buu saga is fantastic, especially since he's often overlooked unless he's in his Majin form. This version captures him in my favorite outfit, and it's a great representation of his character during that arc. The sculpt is exactly the same as the Super Saiyan version, which isn't a bad thing because that sculpt is already fantastic. However, I did notice some quality control issues with this release specifically. My figure had excess glue visibly on his arm and hair, which was a bit disappointing. If anyone else has experienced this, please share in the comments. Despite that, the sculpt remains beautiful, and I actually appreciate the uniformity across both figures. The paintwork and shading are also consistent with the Super Saiyan version. The big difference here is the hair, which is black with a matte finish, my preferred style. It gives the figure a more premium and authentic look, staying true to the anime's aesthetic. One aspect where the base form version falls short compared to the Super Saiyan is in the extras. The Super Saiyan variant came with 2 interchangeable heads, providing more display options. This base form only comes with the Scouter, which Vegeta can't even wear, so it feels like a bit of a downgrade in terms of value. I also noticed some balancing issues with my figure. My previous copy had trouble standing on certain surfaces, and although this one is better, he does tend to fall over on my computer desk. It might be a widespread issue, so keep that in mind if you're a collector. Despite these minor issues, this base form Vegeta is still a phenomenal figure. Even though it might be slightly lesser compared to the Super Saiyan version in terms of extras, it's easily one of the best Grandista figures to date. Its presence, detail, and overall quality make it a worthwhile addition to any Dragon Ball collection. So those are my thoughts, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to join our awesome community of collectors and enthusiasts just like you, check out the Discord link in the description below. It's free for entry to everybody. You can jump on in and start chatting with us. And if you want to go even further beyond in supporting the channel, consider becoming a YouTube member starting at $3 a month. Of course, your generosity is going to be very much appreciated here. And if you want to go even further beyond that, you can take part in our monthly giveaways by becoming a $10, $15, or $20 member so you can win Crane figures, Ichiban Kuji figures, or entire Ichiban Kuji sets. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. So until the next video, I will see you all later.